When the lights go down in my jail cell and the sack lunch causes poop pains, oh, I wanna be out of this jail cell. Whoa. So I think I'm so lonely. Well, my son Charlie is lonely too. I wanna get back to my high-rise apartment. Whoa, whoa. It's sad, oh, that I'm here in this jail cell without Harvey. Oh, oh, na 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 na. Whoa, whoa. So I decided that Dan Rashbaum, you know, him representing me and everything, that I would come on live stream, do some PR myself. I just don't believe that Dan Rashbaum understands that I have to bring out this image. I mean, online, everybody has me as this wicked woman. And so I decided that I would do a Q&A online. You know, Charlie, he was represented by Dan, and nobody really got to know all the loving things about Charlie. Charlie is my boy, and Wendy, of course, she's my daughter, and she won't have nothing to do with any of this. Unfortunately, I am forced to coordinate this Q&A. So, with that being said, before any of you, and just please, 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 please just be neutral. Don't be biased against me. Ask your questions, any questions you want. I will start out. I have been taking notes. I am a judicial coordinator from just knowing everything that I do. I'm going to start this off, and there were a few questions that I felt that people are wanting to know about me. Donna Sue Adelson. Of course, the first question is why am I doing this Q&A? And folks, the bottom line is that I have to come across as a loving mother, grandmother, and I have to let people know where I stand. And even though Dan is against it, I just moved forward because as a coordinator that I am, I know what's best for me, right? So I am doing this Q&A to do a little PR. You know, just get myself out there so you can all see. Look at me. Look at me. I am a beautiful 73-year-old grandmother and the mother of Charlie and Wendy, okay? Another question that I feel that people want to know a little bit about is, has Harvey, Wendy come to see me since I've been in jail? Now, Harvey, obviously, he is right there every chance he can get. He calls me. They won't allow visitors right now, but me and Harvey are always on the phone every single day. I haven't heard from Wendy because Wendy's attorney, the ones we paid for, through her custody and everything, They've told her to stay away from all of this, and so I haven't heard from Wendy, and I haven't. I haven't heard anything from my grandchildren, although Bree, Charlie's, I guess the woman that had his child, Roman, she keeps in touch with me on a regular basis, don't you know? She wants to go along with all of this so that her son Roman can have lots of money. She needs to be able to support her son, and we made arrangements for all of that. So, another question that I'm sure that many people are wondering about is, how do you feel about Charlie on the state's witness list? And that's a very good question. First of all, Charlie will never betray me. He will not. He loves his mama. He loves me. And so if he has, coming down from South Dakota, Charlie will absolutely not tell anyone anything. Although I will say, I don't know which way Dan and I are going to go on this whole idea that I knew about an extortion, So, ultimately, if it gives Charlie a chance to get on a bus from South Dakota and be brought down here to Tallahassee and get him away from, the general population up there and, kind of like a vacay, I'm all for it because I'm not too concerned. Dan told me that the state would never put Charlie on the stand, but I guess the question is, why is he on the witness list in the first place, right? So another question that many people have about me, Donna Sue, is how is Dan Rashbaum performing thus far? Well, obviously, you know that I think the world of old Danny boy. Even though he didn't get my son off the hook, we all know the only reason that Dan, the brilliant attorney that he is, didn't get Charlie off the hook is because there are a bunch of bigoted people in Tallahassee that just had daggers. Daggers for my son Charlie. They were not going to look at the evidence during deliberations. They weren't going to do anything. They had their mind made up. But I will say this to you now. If you want to know about me, Donna Adelson, Georgia Kappelman, she's got her job cut out for her. I will tap Dan Rashbaum on the shoulder every time he doesn't do what I want him to do. We are talking hundreds of thousands of dollars that Harvey and I wanted to use when we started our new life in Vietnam. So anyway, I think Don Rashbaum, he did the motion for dismissal, and obviously that's not going to happen, but we have to have it on record. Don has explained to me that Courtroom B, where we will meet again, will ultimately be the place we have our little, cute, smaller trial. Unfortunately for me, all of the people that are going to be brought in for jury selection on September 17th, there are going to be hundreds of them, and we only get 10 strikes. And, if you go back and listen to Charlie and I's phone calls, that was the major issue, right? So let's get to some of your questions, and I will continue with my special memo pad coordinating book throughout as well. There's a person on here named RDNAC says, do you accept Charlie's child with the girlfriend as your grandchild like the other ones? Oh, of course. Of course. That's Charlie's flesh and blood. It has Charlie's DNA in there. I have made that quite clear on the jail phone calls that Roman will be well taken care of. We made sure of that. Bree is going to be rolling in the money for Roman. I got to thinking about this, and if Bree would have had any problems now that she has Charlie's child, and she needed me to hire someone to off someone that was bothering her, I would have gladly paid the money to contract a killer for anyone that tries to get into the Adelson way of their grandchildren. You know what I mean? Very good question. Anyone else? Anyone else on here? Any of you have any questions? Come on, we want to hear them. This is the only time that I myself, Donna Adelson, will do Q&A. So come on, let it rip. Another thing I wanted to talk about in terms of questions, this one just kind of, it almost gives me an orgasm to think about it. It's a great question. What are my plans for when I'm found not guilty? What am I going to do once I step out of the jail cell and go back to my beautiful life? Well, Harvey and I have invested in a condominium in Vietnam. We still have to, make sure to get everything in order. Once I am found not guilty, then we will go to Vietnam. We will get into yoga. We will, maybe change our religious upbringing. People do not have to know that we are Jewish. Since I crapped all over the Jewish faith in terms of my ex-son-in-law, Dan Marquel, maybe we'll go into Hinduism, or maybe we'll go to this New Age stuff. It all depends on what they have down there in Vietnam. I'm going to get in with the best of best people down in Vietnam. We're going to go to those little luncheons, the little, with the little, the little sandwiches, the little finger foods, the pinwheels and all that, where it has a little dipping sauce. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of these kosher meals in this jail. They taste like nothing. I was used to caviar and escargot and all the good things that I enjoyed in my life in South Florida, and now I get gut issues all the time. I'm gassy. One day I'm constipated, the next day I got the shits. Oh, I can't wait to get with all of the new crowd down in Vietnam. Vietnam is going to be my place. I'm going to go down there. I'll be the head of some organization, a charity organization. I wonder, do they have Wheel of Fortune in Vietnam? I'd love to be on that show. But I also think that in my age, being almost 74, maybe they need to see someone like me, Donna Sue Adelson, turning the letters on their Wheel of Fortune. That would be absolutely beautiful. All right, Abby wants to know, will you grow your gray out in prison? Okay, so that is a good question, Abby. The only thing I get here is Scotch tape because I have, I don't get to have tweezers. So most of the time I'm looking like Abe Lincoln, in terms of hair maintenance and all of that. I think I'm going to go like a dark color when I move to Vietnam. When I get out of jail and move to Vietnam, I think I'm going to become, one of these dark-haired women. Yes, I'm not going to live with the gray hair. I'm going to go back to my facials and, my manicures, my pedis. Definitely. And, I might even get that LASIK surgery so I don't have to wear glasses anymore. I want to look young. Harvey is 80 plus. He's going to kick the bucket. I might meet me some cabana boy down there in Vietnam, some Vietnamese man that wants to do a little chow on me. I'm ready for it. I want my new life. John Rossbaum is going to get me out of all of this. You know what I'm saying? Cindy Arnold says, I'm curious to know what choice of outfit are you going to present to the jury to make yourself more likable? Oh, Cindy Arnold, Cindy, Donna Adelson. When they got me at the airport, I was more of the, trying to be like one of these sporty women, with the Nike zip up and the pants, and I had my cute little necklace on, and I had my rings, and I had my little matching bag and all that. Oh, I am a stickler for fashion. So that question, I will have to think a little bit about that, but I'll get back to you. How about this? I'm going to go in there just as I did on Wheel of Fortune as a domestic coordinator. I'm going to be sharp. Dan will make sure they starch it all. It'll be so stiff, I'll look like a freaking robot. I will have my hair perfectly fixed. Everything will be absolutely perfect. The conservative woman as I be, Donna Sue Adelson, how could I help contract to kill? How could I be convicted of solicitation to commit murder or conspiracy to commit murder? Give it all thought, I will. Let's see. You are out of spins on the Wheel of Fortune, says JoJo. Now listen, JoJo. I've come here in good faith. I've come here, and here you are. I'm out of spins. I'm just getting started. Donna, are you worried your son's, I am assuming, your son's testimony can sink you both, convict you, and bury his appeal, or is he going to throw all of you under the bus as beach bomb? Well, I've put a lot of thought into this beach bomb. I don't think Charlie's going to betray me. My Charlie's not going to do it. He's going to be hostile, and I don't think Dan says that he won't go on the stand. But in terms of other testimony, I have to look at you now, Beach Bum. I've got a tough row to hoe, but Dan assures me that he's learned from his mistakes with Charlie's case, and he's going to tweak it and all of that, and he's going to be ready to go. Cindy Arnold wants to know, are you going to have to look dowdy and pitiful like an old grandmother? No, I want to look beautiful. I want everyone to know that Donna Sue Adelson, nobody messes with the Adelson family. I will go in there like a princess, like the queen. They will all look at me and say, that woman could not possibly be involved in any of this. Donna Donald, hello, how are you? Or do you have a question? Oh, I see. Some people do not understand that me being who I am, Donna Adelson, that my voice is I've been in jail. And the air conditioning and everything, it gets my throat all scratchy. So back to this. Your plans for when you're found not guilty, of course, I will, along with Harvey, if he stays alive. I think Harvey's going to be fine because he's popping those Xannies really good. I can't wait. That's one of the first things I'm going to do when I get out of jail is I'm going to pop me some Xanax. I'm going to pop it. I'm going to sleep for a few days in my big pillow top bed up in the high-rise there in the apartments. We're going to have all of our stuff together. The Adelson Institute is already sold. We've got money in the bank. Yeah, all those things. I'm going to be so high when I get on that airplane to go to Vietnam. Of course, we'll stay in touch with the appeals attorney on Charlie's case, but ultimately, there's no way at all that I'm going to be convicted. Donna Donald says, Harvey, my Harvey, will not remember what happened. Right. I mean, he's off in La La Land right now, though he gets on my nerves sometimes, Donna Donald. When we talk on the phone and he tells me he's been to this local restaurant and he has to go into detail about how he dips his chicken fingers into the honey mustard. It really, it just tortures me that I can't have a nice dinner out. And it makes me jealous of my own husband that I can't eat at that restaurant with him. It's gotten to the point now where Harvey's lying to me. He says he goes home and has a bologna sandwich or a grilled cheese or something, but I know he's going out, and who knows? Maybe he has met someone, maybe some waitress or something at one of those restaurants, and bringing her back to our high-rise apartment and to our marital bed, and he's doing Seattle slew on her. I just don't want to think about it. I can't wait to get out of here. Is Don a real estate attorney, says Beach Bum. He'd do just as good as Rash Bomb at this point, and he's a former prosecutor in the state attorney's office in South Florida. Well, Don Rushbaum is a criminal defense attorney. He's not an appeals attorney. Is that who you're talking about, Don or Dan? I'm not really sure. Okay, all right. I come here in good faith, and we've got Liza Joe says, imagine going to prison at my age. Okay, so yes, I am 73 years old, but I shouldn't be here in the first place. I'm innocent, but I mean, they just wanted to do elder abuse on me. That's what they wanted. The state of Florida there, Tallahassee, they wanted to do elder abuse. They wanted to punish me and my son Charlie for the actions of Katie, Catherine McBonowall. It's all her fault. She's the one that did all of this, along with her two Cuban friends there. My family, the Adelsons, had nothing to do with any of it. Beach Bum. You are trying to bring my daughter Wendy into all of this. Wendy's up next. Donna, how you feel when Wendy testifies? Well, you want to ask me that question? All you have to do is go on the jail phone calls. Wendy threw her brother under the bus. She's going to throw me under the bus. She wanted all of this done. I don't want to say anything further from that, whether she was in on the plan, but I will say this. If she wouldn't have been bellyaching and throwing herself down in a tantrum like she did when she was a little girl, Charlie and I wouldn't have conspired to do all this, and I will just tell you that Harvey understands where money goes. He was with me. He was with me when I met at Charlie's house to give him the washed money. Cooked Goose in Florida says, I have followed this case for 10 years. I will be so relieved when Wendy gets hers for this. So everybody wants to demonize my son Charlie. They want to demonize me. And now they want to demonize my daughter Wendy. How dare anybody do it? I came here in good faith. I wanted everyone to know that I'm innocent. That Dan Rashbaum, even though he told me not to do this Q&A, that he's a good attorney. And now we've got people, instead of asking questions to me, Donna Sue Adelson, they want to talk about my daughter. That my daughter needs to be in jail and prison. Well, isn't it enough? Isn't it enough that my son Charlie is going to spend the rest of his life in prison? Isn't that enough? Why even arrest me in the first place? And why did they do it in the middle of an airport? They knew where I lived. Wendy and the grandkids love her as a bonus. Liza Joe says the audacity. Okay. So, here was your opportunity. You had every reason to ask me so that I could prove to you how innocent I am. All you had to do was ask me questions, and I would gladly give you an answer. Whether they're honest or not, that's up to you. Who dot says, yo, man, calm down. Well, I'll tell you what, who dot. I am Donna Sue Adelson. I am fixing to go on trial for solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder. I've been sitting in jail. I'm eating sack lunches. And you're telling me to calm down. I am 73 years old. Does not anybody have pity on me? I don't know what I got myself into when we have someone like Donna Donald asking how Dan Marquel's mother's doing. I just, that's a question that I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking about that at all. All I want to do is prove my innocence. And all I wanted was my grandchildren close to me and my daughter. She did not want to be in Tallahassee. So in terms of Ruth Marquel, all I know is that they always thought that my family wasn't good enough, that they thought they were better, that her son had been Harvard trained and all of this and that, and that, Dan Marquel was way too good for my daughter, Wendy. Marlene Lira Marario. Maybe you can come up with a good question for me. I'm Donna Sue Adelson, and I'm fixing to go on trial September 17th for the contract murder of my former son-in-law. I came here in good faith. I wanted to explain some things. My attorney told me not to do it, but I thought that maybe people could ask me questions to, show a little softer side of me, Liza Joe says, I wonder how Wendy feels. I wouldn't know, other than to say that my husband Harvey has communicated with Wendy here and there. I believe she's doing well, but in terms of her talking to me, she won't talk to me. I just don't know anything. Here's a good question. I knew this Marlene would come up with something that I could answer. Will you be testifying? Oh, good question, Marlene. I think that this time around I'm going to have to put the little zipper on. Charlie tried it. I raised my son Charlie, and he's so brilliant. We thought that he could talk his way out of all this. But this time around, I think Dan has learned his lesson. First and foremost, the reason that Charlie went on the stand in his trial was because the evidence was so overwhelming that he had to take the stand. So this time around, yes, they're saying that there is a lot of same evidence and all of this and that. But this time, I'm just going to leave it in my attorney's capable hands. I will not be testifying. I know that's a bummer because I want to get up there. I want to get up there and tell everybody how innocent I am. I want to look into all those jurors' eyes. I want to show them that I am innocent, that I am too high above all of it to be involved with murder. Cindy Arnold, I understand. I feel the same way. You say I want you to spar with Georgia Kappelman so bad. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't have to go on the stand. Dan Rashbaum's got it all worked out. But just for sake of argument, she could not hold a candle to me. I am Donna Sue Adelson, and she's just some piddly district attorney. Oh, she thought she had it all painted in the picture for my son Charlie. She thinks she probably goes home and thinks about how she put my son away for the rest of his life. And I will tell her, here's a good question that comes out of this. What would I say to Georgia Kappelman right now? Georgia, I'm innocent, Georgia. I am innocent, Georgia. That's what I would do. That's what I'd do. Donna Donald wants to know, and thank you, Donna. I love your name, Donna. Donna is an elegant name. Donna is a beautiful name. Donna makes me smile. Donna Donald, you make me smile because I love your name, Donna. You say, how are the personal accommodations, salon opportunities, and dental cleanings? Well, I will say this, Donna. I love it. I love your name, Donna. I mean, what can I say? I don't get a luxury suite in the jail like I'm used to having. The mattresses are about this thick. They're about 3 inches thick. They're plastic on the outside, and like some of it's cracked. So if I don't put a sheet down, when I go to, like if I went to sit down on the bed before I put the sheet on, the little cracks in the plastic pinch me. They pinch me. And I don't like that, so I put my sheet down. The pillow, I don't get a luxury gel kind of pillow that cradles my 73-year-old neck. I don't get my cashmere blanket. And in terms of air conditioning and the way that the air flows through this whole jail system, it makes my throat scratchy, and I smell like, the women smells, like the monthly periods, and somebody ate too much of their sack lunch 2 cells down, and I smell it. It's almost like peeling the paint off the wall when I smell that smell. It's like they just put a bomb in their silver pot, and it permeates. It permeates out there. Now, in terms of salon, you've seen me, Donna. In the last couple of pre-trial, they won't allow me a hairstylist. And on top of it all, Dan says it's okay, Donna. You just go in there and look like you just rolled out of bed. You look pathetic. You look elderly and all of that. I've got to go along with the script. But in terms of dental cleanings, I do have dental implants. I got them for free because my husband and son do them. They did them at the Adelson Institute there. I don't get the specialized stuff. I do get my toothbrush. But it's interesting that they've been starting to hurt me. And I've told Dan, I'm like, I've got dental implants and they're starting to hurt, and I need a specialist to come into the jail and help me, give me my maintenance cleanings. And Dan, he always looks at me with a blank look on his face. When I say something to the correctional officers, they just laugh at me. They think I'm funny. I am not funny. I'm serious as a heart attack. Which, by the way, at my age, I could have, anything happen to me while I sit in jail. They should have let me out on bond. So, Donna Donald, in terms of the personal accommodations, I don't like it one bit. I don't want to be here. There is no salon opportunities, and there are no dental cleanings, although I stick my mouth into that nasty-ass sink and turn the water on and just kind of rinse and repeat. I'll share this with you, Donna Donald. In terms of the personal accommodations and the things that I have to do every day, they don't have laundry service per se. They don't have dry cleaning. Why should they? I gotta wear this orange garb. And sometimes, I will confess it, if I can't get my underwear cleaned out quick enough, I have to turn them inside out and put them on the other ways until I can get them, because it takes too long to dry them because I wash them in the sink. What are you saying, Moonlight View? Tooth Fairy ordered up. Well, I'm not going to have my implants taken out. There's no one's going to make me. I will live with the pain of it. I just want my Xannies. They will not give me my Xannies. The main question is, where is your what? I don't know what icon that is, Beach Bomb. After the last incident. Could you please specify? I don't understand the icon. Liza Joe, you say that I need to take a plea deal and it's my only hope? Well, the state of Florida will not sit down with me. It's already on record that there is no plea agreement that the state is going to allow. They're not going to give me a chance of mercy, just like I didn't give a chance of mercy to my ex-son-in-law, Dan Marquel. Oh, my spoon. My spoon. Donna, the main question is, where's your spoon, after the last incident? I will not dignify that with an answer. I just want to know one thing. I want to know that I have come across to all of you in this Q&A. Please, put it in the comments. Tell me you think I'm innocent and why. Tell me that I'm going home. Cindy Arnold, I have always had issues being an older woman, being the woman I am, Donna Adelson. Especially being in jail with the stuffiness and everything, of everything kind of collecting in the throat. What? Donna Donald, I thought we had something in common besides our name. You're saying off with my head? Come on. Can't you see me as the grandmother and mother that I am? Huh? Beach Bum is trying to give me some advice that I need to rat out Wendy and you'll spin the wheel of life in prison. So you're saying, Beach Bum, that if I throw my daughter Wendy under the bus, that they might give me some kind of plea agreement? I wonder about that. I'll have to really, really talk to Dan about it. Oh, Liza Joe says, have mercy. Beach Bum says, big fat guilty. How am I guilty? Somebody explain that to me. Explain to me why you say I'm guilty. Just because you don't like me? You don't like it that I'm better than you? That I am of upper crest? That I can do anything I want to do as a coordinator? Tell me, why do you think I'm guilty? Please, plea me. Audience, I take everything personal unless you say that I am a beautiful, caring, loving grandmother and mother. If you say anything other than that, I'm going to take it personal. Donna Donald, you've been so nasty to me. I should have listened to Dan. You're saying that I coordinated a murder? Oh, my Lord. Beach Bum says, Donna, you signed the consecutive numbered checks. Okay, let's just get real with that. I'm glad you brought that up, Beach Bum. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I was signing the checks. Charlie asked me to do it. I didn't know. I'd met Katie. How was I to know it was for murder? How was it? It was just murder, Moonlight View says, that my beauty may fail in the pokey. Well, Moonlight View, I am an optimist. I believe I'm going to be found not guilty, but I'm also going to look at all areas. And if I go to prison for the rest of my life, I've got all kinds of money that I can put on my commissary. I can bribe other women in prison to pamper me and take care of me. All I have to do is go into the prison and say, you know what? I'm better than all of you. I come from nobility. Nobody messes with me. I'm an Adelson. And they will all fall to my feet and want to pamper and take care of Donna. They'll do it. Jojo says, does it scare you how easily Dan was replaced? If Harvey finds love, you'll be forgotten. Oh, Jojo, Harvey, we've been married for so many years. I still have to wonder where he's going when I sit here in jail. He could tell me anything. Maybe he will find another woman. It is some woman that, could make him croissants and Fluffy's pillow for him. Beach Bum says, coordinate your long-term stay you did. Oh. All I know is this. I've got the best attorney, Dan Rashbaum. I have a trial coming up. I was able to make it come sooner. I was able to get a smaller courtroom. I was able to get off suicide watch. I have an apartment in Vietnam waiting on Harvey and me. And if he kicks the bucket, I can go down there and I can do it to it, go through my third or fourth midlife crisis. I can pop the Xannies over and over again. I can loosen up. I can become a new creature in life. And I will always be the coordinator of the word. You better believe it.